Welcome to the future of interactive learning. GFCPA Learning utilizes artificial intelligence, powered by OpenAI and Retrieval Augmented Generation, to create a dynamic and engaging experience for exam takers. At the heart of this innovation is the OpenAI API. This powerful AI engine understands natural language, generates intelligent responses, and adapts to each learner's needs in real time. GFCPA video courses use Retrieval Augmented Generation, or RAG. RAG enhances AI by extracting relevant information from a vast knowledge base, utilizing specific authoritative sources as a filter to ensure that responses are accurate, up-to-date, and tailored to the particular quiz and exam questions. This interaction sets the stage for gamification, where quizzes and exams become more than just assessments. They become engaging experiences. With instant feedback, AI-driven explanations, and personalized hints, you're not just answering questions, you're actively learning and improving. This instructional video provides a walkthrough of each key feature, enhanced with artificial intelligence. The following webpage will be displayed after launching the video course from the link in the email sent by your association. Start the video course by selecting the arrow in the lower left corner of the video screen. There are 4 buttons below the video screen. These buttons enable you to take the exam at any time, ask a topical question, download course materials, and request customer support. We'll focus on the button for asking topical questions. Clicking this button opens the chatbot quiz assistant. To ask a topical question, enter your question in the chatbot window and select the button. Click here to submit a topical question. Let's enter the question. What does FDC stand for? Your question is submitted to our Application Programming Interface, API, and a prompt is programmatically written and submitted to OpenAI. In turn, OpenAI generates a detailed and comprehensive response, which is displayed in the chat window and the message board. Notice this phrase: fee for answering inquiry is 2 points. 2 points are deducted from your exam score for each question you submit. This is part of the gamification embedded in the application. The chatbot quiz assistant is also displayed for the quiz questions you're prompted to answer while viewing the video. If you select an incorrect choice to a multiple choice question, the application affirms that your choice is wrong and provides an explanation as to why your choice is incorrect. It also provides the correct answer. The application also affirms your correct choices with a detailed explanation. The quizzes also include questions that require written responses, and the application's AI model evaluates your written answers, providing a detailed and comprehensive evaluation. Now let's take a look at the new features of the exam. Access the exam by selecting the button titled Take Exam Anytime. Clicking this button opens the chatbot exam assistant, and the first exam question is displayed in the chat window and message board. There is a progress bar to track your exam score while taking the exam, located just below the text field for entering your responses to the exam questions. There are 5 buttons below the progress bar with the following titles: Submit Answer, Go to Next Question, Ask a Psychobot, Why is my answer wrong? And Ask a Topical Question. Select the button titled Submit Answer to submit your response to the AI model. Note that each correct multiple choice answer is worth 8 points. However, 3 points are deducted from your exam score for each incorrect answer. A minimum of 1 point up to a maximum of 10 points is rewarded for written responses. Let's answer the first question presented in the chat window. Which U.S. regulation requires tax professionals to implement a written information security plan? Let's select the letter B, the Gramm-Leach-Bliley Act. The AI model marks our answer as correct, as shown in the message board, and adds 8 points to your exam score. It also displays the next question. Explain the role of the Data Security Coordinator within a CPA firm's WISP. What responsibilities does this individual typically have? How do you think the AI model might score a less than adequate answer? Well, let's see. The Data Security Coordinator coordinates the security of clients' personally identifiable information. The chatbot application submits our response to the AI model. And, as expected, the model returns a very low score of 4 points along with a somewhat critical assessment. The progress bar now shows a total of 12 points. And the next question is displayed in the chat window. Which of the following best describes an appropriate administrative safeguard under a WISP? Let's assume that we're unsure of the answer to this question and decide to ask a psychobot for consultation. We recommend that you only select this button as a last resort because psychobot consultants often give bad advice and will give intentionally wrong answers, and the fee charged for a psychobot consultation is 2 points no matter what the psychobot tells us. Besides, psychobots can be long-winded, sarcastic, and condescending, but quite often the answer is hidden in their response. So let's roll the dice and select the button, Ask a Psychobot. Note that the psychobot's behavior is programmed into the AI model. The psychobot advises that the best answer is letter A, installing biometric scanners, and the psychobot's response includes a detailed explanation to support that choice. Notice that the psychobot's fee of 2 points has reduced our exam score from 12 to 10 points. Let's follow the psychobot's advice and submit A as our response. The results? Our answer is marked as incorrect on the message board, and 3 points are deducted from our exam score, leaving a total of 6 points. Unlike the multiple-choice questions presented in the chatbot quiz assistant window, you've probably noticed that the answers to multiple-choice questions in the chatbot exam assistant window don't provide explanations about right or wrong choices. However, to find out why an answer to a multiple-choice question is marked as incorrect, select the button titled, Why is my answer wrong? Let's select that button now for an explanation as to why our answer to this multiple-choice question is marked as incorrect. The AI model responds with a detailed explanation in the chat window. A fee of 3 points was deducted from our exam score, reducing our total to 4 points. However, the AI model invites us to make another selection. Should we select again or go to the next question? Let's try again and select C, providing staff training on client data security policies. The AI model marks our answer as correct, as shown in the message board, and adds 8 points to your exam score, bringing our total back up to 12 points. Wow, that was close. Note that your exam score can go negative during the exam, but that's unlikely. There is a cushion of excess points built into the exams. For example, an exam of 12 questions might consist of 8 multiple-choice questions and 4 questions that require a written response. Each correct multiple-choice answer is worth 8 points, and each written response is worth up to 10 points. So the maximum points to be earned are 104 points, and only 70 points are required to pass the exam. So in summary, each correct multiple-choice answer is worth 8 points, and each written response is worth up to 10 points. 3 points are deducted from your exam score for an incorrect multiple-choice answer. However, you can skip a multiple-choice question by selecting the button titled Go to Next Question, and return to it later by selecting the question from the message board. However, 3 points are deducted when selecting the question from the message board. By the way, you're not required to answer any question. Furthermore, 3 points are deducted when selecting the buttons titled Ask a Topical Question and Why is my answer wrong? And 2 points are deducted when selecting the button Ask a Psychobot. Keep in mind that the goal is not to obtain a high score on the exam. The goal is to maximize your learning experience on the topic. This is accomplished by viewing the course video and interacting with the AI model through the button controls provided in the chatbot windows. And to have fun while learning. One last point, an exam assessment is emailed to you each time you complete the exam. The assessment is a detailed listing of the questions and your answers, along with the responses by the AI model. Thanks for taking the time to view this instructional video. Have a wonderful day.